rock this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be rocking.
I want to rock with you.
The whole time. So welcome back to
Guess who's back?
And culture.
Back again.
Okay, can we do a nerd alert? Like I think there's like a beacon for nerd alert. That would probably.
So my son Jacob went out on a date and he had rules. And he's like, "Mom, you cannot rap. You cannot go, yeah. What?" He's like, "You're not allowed to do that." He's like, anytime like some old school songs come on. So like there was this song, he knew it was my favorite, and he did like the side eye. He's like,
No.
Don't.
See, this is also, I think my children are smart enough to know not to tell me what not to do.
Oh, I know.
Because, I mean...
And I'm like, you're taking away my uniqueness. God made me special.
Hey, look. They need to know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I did hold back. But
you're so generous.
I'm driving her again on Monday.
Is that really generous of you? Because she's gonna find out.
Oh, she will find out.
Oh, she's gonna find out.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
we'll have to do a your teenagers dating podcast.
I know. He's 14. It's like his first.
Oh.
He had a girlfriend last year, but this is like someone he's
like actually.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So anyway.
All right.
Yeah. So I can, if you tell me to tone it down, like my son does.
Friend.
I can.
Oh no. See, this is what's going to be really fun about this whole series is that you don't know me that well yet.
Yeah.
And so you can say I could tone it down if you need to. What?
You don't have to.
I mean, I'm the person that my husband says, Esther, you don't laugh, you guffaw.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yes, it's pretty much, and it's also true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Culture and Clients. My name is Esther Angell.
I'm Tammy Vasbinder. Nice to see you again.
And I am with Insightfully Curious Consulting. We are a consulting agency that focuses specifically on process orientation, go-to-market strategy, and how you use your data to really leverage AI. So you can find out more about us at insightfullycurious.com.
Yeah. And Tammy Vasbinder, owner of Vast Strategies. We design some beautiful brands for a lot of clients in central Pennsylvania and really all across the world. It's fantastic the kind of clients we have in our reach. And then we also help people with communication, whether it's internally, externally, or throughout creative marketing strategies.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah.
So we've started this podcast to share some of the insights that we've had, some of the things that we think are important for especially small business owners, small businesses to really understand and get a grasp on and get value out of.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, first,
Tammy?
it's called Culture and Clients.
It is called Culture and Clients. Clients and culture. Like I'm now
clients
confused.
And culture. Culture and clients. I think culture and clients because you start internally first.
Correct.
You've got to make sure your internal stuff is set up properly before external.
I would agree.
So I think
culture
strategically, culture and clients.
Culture and clients.
But Esther was saying we can do like a culture, clients, and coffee. And visit like some cool coffee shops. Noir is really cool. Have you been there?
No, but I did find a new one, the Trolley, in right real close to Landisville.
Oh, I've never been there.
So
is
cute.
that like Perry County?
No. It's really
that's
close.
Lancaster.
It's really close to where I live.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
over in the Landisville area. And it was just this little coffee shop somebody told me about, and we went there, and it's super cute. And
okay, that would be
so
fun.
I think you might get to go on a
trolley
tour. Go on a coffee tour with us.
Let's go to the trolley.
I've got the trolley. Did you get it?
Would you like a spot of tea at the trolley? No, I'll drink coffee.
Before you take the trolley to the coffee spot. Oh dear, coffee.
So I was in Ireland with Andy, my husband, he had to go for work and I just went along for the ride. So while he's at work, I'm sitting with these ladies drinking tea and they're like, what are you doing in, it was called Malloy.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing here? I'm like, well, my husband's working. I was just going to walk around, visit some churches, whatever, you know. They're like, get on the subway and go to Killarney.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So I'm by myself in Ireland. I walk up to this guy who like does carriage rides and stuff. And I'm like, how much for a carriage ride? And he took me on a tour, and it's all along the seaside.
Oh, that's
I
fantastic.
couldn't understand a lick of what he said.
Those accents are they're
it
no
was
joke.
So thick.
Like, do it makes you wonder though? Do they understand us?
I don't think he did, but I did rap for him too.
So
and
it's all coming.
So culture and clients.
Culture and clients. I love it.
Yes.
All right. And so today we are going to be talking about really working on your business, not just in it.
Absolutely.
And so let's talk about what do we really mean by that?
Yeah. So as a business owner or even as an employee, you're constantly checking emails. You're constantly you know, following up with clients. As a business owner, I have to make sure that my team is meeting deadlines because we have
Right.
a lot of moving pieces when it comes to marketing, you
Right.
know. So it's so easy to get bogged down with all those tasks
Right.
that we don't have time to work in our business. So in our business
Okay.
is us sitting down and creating time to do something fun
Right,
like
right.
this. So doing videos, speaking engagements, you know,
Right.
posting on social media. For me too, I try to make some intentional time in my personal life working on myself.
Right.
Instead of just cleaning the house and cooking and dinner and
Doing the
laundry.
things, doing
like
all the
I
things.
hired a personal trainer last year.
Okay,
I'm down
fantastic.
32 pounds.
Woo-hoo!
What? So investing in yourself instead
Right.
of like all the little things that you have to do every day.
Right, and it's also from a strategic perspective, it's looking at that long-term strategy. It's looking at all the pieces that are moving and saying, how do these really connect together over time and space, and getting that perspective. And it's really easy to sit down with the next thing that has to be done. I
Yeah.
have to do the next thing. I have to do the next thing. I have to do the next thing. So why I use this analogy. When you're plowing a field, I'm originally from Oklahoma. I'm not from Pennsylvania. But in Oklahoma, when you're plowing a field, the statement always is you can't just look down at where the plow is going. Yes, you have to keep the line straight. But if you just look down at the plow, you're going to go off track, and you're going to have, your field's going to look like a hot mess. So you have to occasionally look up and hit your anchor
It's like
point.
and it's like golf. I just started taking
Yes.
golf lessons.
Yes, don't take your eye off the ball.
Well, you do.
Actually.
You actually don't want to look up.
Yes.
That was my problem with putting. I would look up. You keep your eye down.
Yeah.
But in the beginning,
Yeah.
and your club face is so important.
Yes.
Which direction you're facing.
Which direction you're facing? I mean, so it's really about looking up. So when I think about this concept, I think about looking up and not just constantly looking down in the tactical weeds.
Yeah.
And it's really common, regardless of leadership, small business, large business. This is something that definitely happens. It's occasionally the time too we say for professional development, what do I need to learn? What are the next steps? There's so much out there that you can learn. Taking some time to just analyze what you need to learn.
Absolutely. Like training, I invest in the Sandler training with my partners,
Right.
but professional development I invest
Yes.
in, always going to classes. That's how we met
Yes,
through AMA,
actually.
like going to a seminar, which was 8 hours. It was a big chunk
Yeah.
of our day. And you look at the things that you work on your business, it's not profitable now.
Yes.
So that's why people sometimes avoid it because they're like,
Right.
well, it's not making me any money. But
Right.
long term, if you do those consistent behaviors,
Yeah.
it will, and it also helps with branding. It gets your name out there, like
Right.
those little things that you're doing.
Right.
Get your name out there.
Well, and that kind of aligns back to that topic of marketing versus sales versus business development. And I really think that it's a challenge though. So like this is a challenge to do, right? Not everybody wants to take their head out of that game, out of the space. So
Yeah.
how do you do it? How do you make time for it? And what are some things that you've seen other people do to make time for it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So something that I learned through Kate Kohler, she's my Sandler trainer and also my partner at Saab and Associates, is time blocking.
Yeah.
So she says to time block, if you can afford to time block 1 hour a week for professional development,
Yep.
or to work in your business, like
Right.
what we were talking about, what are video, blog write, content writing, blogs, whatever.
Right.
Or if you can't do 1 hour a week, can you do 2 hours a month? Can you
Right.
do 4 hours a quarter?
Right.
But that's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
You know, like when we sat down for lunch and we explored doing this, we time blocked this.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
and that's actually a good point. So I love practical tips. That's a good practical tip at a lunch hour. Like especially if it's professional development, like can I get a lunch, take it somewhere? That's
Yeah.
a really practical. You've already kind of time blocked automatically.
And
you
we,
know?
like when we connected for lunch that day, we just wanted to get to know one another. We didn't
Right.
really know this was going to turn into
Right.
culture and clients.
Right.
Right. But it was cool how the conversation just progressed.
Right.
And we're like, oh, this is something that we both kind of want to do. And hopefully it will be a good resource to others.
To others, right.
So time block, but then have an accountability partner.
Yes.
By us putting this on the calendar, because we're
Yes.
trapping ourselves, instead of saying, yeah, it's something we need to do, let's shoot some videos. You followed up with an email.
Right.
Then I followed up with some topics.
Right.
Then we came up with some
We
names.
scheduled the time.
We scheduled the time. We
Right.
have 3 different cameras. We're amateur videographers. We apologize if you hear the wind noise.
Yes. We're apparently not good with sound quality.
Yeah, but you know, it's our second video.
Yeah,
so.
we'll get there. No, so I think those are really practical tips that are really important. And it's also scheduling it. So something that I find is that if it's scheduled consistently, people will ignore it. This is a bad habit. So one of the tricks that I've used is to schedule the next one when I'm done with the first one.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that's exactly what
Because then
we
it's
did.
in the calendar.
It's in the calendar, but it's not every week at the same time.
Yeah.
So if you say every Friday at 1 o'clock, some people are disciplined enough to do that, and God bless you, I respect that.
Yeah.
I am not. So if I know, oh, I could do that another time, but then I don't reschedule it, then it doesn't happen. So something that I've done, and even been doing that with my get-togethers, I have friend groups that, again, to stay disciplined. If you don't set that time to get together the next time, you're not going to see them in 6 months.
Absolutely.
So before we leave, we set the next time.
Yeah.
This is the next time that we're going to go and we're going to get together. So that's kind of what we've been doing, and that's what you have to do for yourself in your own personal development. What's that next thing?
Yeah, and you have to be practical. So when we set our time, we're like, okay, monthly will work. You know, weekly is not practical for either one of us.
No.
You know, so you have to be practical and just look at what is of interest for you, what you're passionate about, right? So I was getting my hair done this week, and I'm talking to my hairdresser about today, and I'm so excited. And I was telling her about the different topics and stuff, and she was talking about how she loves music and she wants to like play the piano and record. And I'm like, okay, well, what is your next step?
Right.
When are you gonna like?
Yes.
When are you gonna get? She needs to get a microphone. She has the piano.
Okay.
When are you gonna get the microphone? When are you gonna record?
Right.
So she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, do you want me to hold you accountable?
Yeah.
I'll give you my phone number, and then I'll text you and be like, did you buy your microphone yet?
I've got a girlfriend that I'm doing this with as well. Like we started, she's in retirement now, so she's in this different space of life. And I started chatting with her, and I said, you should write a book. She's like, oh, I've started writing a book. So I keep on pestering her about the book writing, but at least it's something new. It's got to be the new hobby or the new habit or whatever those things are. It's building an accountability. But it's also sometimes picking the right things to work on.
Yeah.
And this can be a trick as well, because it feels like there's so much. Like when people say, oh, I should be learning about AI. Oh my God. It's like
a rabbit trail.
It's like a rabbit trail, but it's also an ocean, and I've got to drink it, and I don't know where to start. So what are some tips that you've run into and experienced with picking the next thing? What is the thing that you're going to work on, and how do you figure out what's important?
Yeah. So when I do that time block, I sometimes come out here, like on my deck. Beautiful space, fresh air, and I just sit here quiet.
Yeah.
And I think about, sometimes it's my business, sometimes it's my personal life.
Right.
Like in my personal life, as an example, I wanted to be more purposeful with spending time with my family.
Right.
So 2 years ago, we started bowling together.
Oh,
This
fun.
year, we started golfing together. Well, I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
I play basketball, I play softball, so I'm not that great at golf. So now I'm taking golf lessons.
Yeah.
So that was a goal.
Okay.
That was a goal for me. And it's really cool because we start from, it's called Operation 36.
Okay.
So you start from 25 yards from the tee. Goals to hit 36, get 36 in 9 holes.
Oh,
and then
okay.
you go back to 50 yards and then back to 100.
Okay.
So I just graduated. I'm at the 100-yard mark. And I'm loving it. But that's like an example in my personal space.
Right.
But I think really just sitting down and writing down some things that you're really passionate about, whether it's relationships in your life or it's your business.
Yes.
Where do you see yourself?
Right.
Are you happy in your job?
Ooh, those are
There's
good
a lot of
questions.
people that are
Yeah.
in a job right now because they have good benefits and they're making good money, but they're not happy, or they're in a toxic work environment.
Right.
And is your mental health more important than your money? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and how do you balance? Well, and it doesn't have to be quitting your job tomorrow, right? In that sense.
No, but it
can
could be action steps,
action
working on
steps,
your
exactly.
resume.
Right.
That's where you can
building a network.
Yeah, building a network, going to networking events, explaining
Yes.
to people what you do, kind of planting the seed like, hey, I'm putting my feelers out to see if anybody's hiring, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the types of things. And I've seen, when it comes to some of the business things, I like the idea of sitting up and looking back. So if we think, again, going back to that plowing analogy, what is that end goal? What is that straight line? Where am I going?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be looking at? What's that North Star? And sometimes it's even, if you're a small business owner and you have said, hey, my goal is to provide these types of services really better than anyone else. Maybe you've never defined that. Define that. What is it that's really passionate? Why do you do this? Why is it important? And why are you doing it a little different? So we're starting into that brand strategy. And then start to look at what you're going to do that year and set some goals around it.
Yeah.
You don't make 20, like 5.
Yeah.
And then
don't overwhelm yourself,
overwhelm
because then
yourself.
it's not going to happen.
And then make practical steps for the ones that you want to tackle first.
Yeah.
So I had a personal goal this year to crochet. I crochet. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah, to crochet 12 hats. Like everybody's gonna get a hat in my life.
That's fantastic.
There's a lot of hats laying around.
Maybe in December we can both wear crocheted hats.
Yeah, we're gonna wear hats. I'm gonna be like, here's the hat. And then something from a professional was I really want to get build a different kind of AI agent. So I started doing that, and it's not perfect, but I've got an agent that I can upload my expenses to, and it can help me chart them and create that spreadsheet, so I don't have to do it myself.
That's fantastic.
So these are the types of things. Like it's not a huge, but I had to start. But it's like, what app do I use? Like what platform do I start with? Here? So those are the types of things to start. And yeah, it's not done. It's not perfect, but at least I started. I've got a good idea of it, and I'll get back to it when I create that space.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Something that I learned through Kate, the Sandler trainer that I talk about, is creating a stop doing list.
Oh, yes.
And
start, stop, continue.
That was really helpful for me.
Yes.
So when I was setting my goals in January, I go with a friend, Emily Fisher. We go to an island somewhere, and we set goals in every area of our life.
Yes.
Physical, spiritual, career, whatever, every area. And as I'm setting my goals, I realized I didn't want the grind as much anymore. Like I was just, my business grew and grew and grew and grew. Every single year it kept growing. And I had a conversation with my husband. I'm like, I think I'm going to cut back a little bit.
Yeah.
So I can spend more time volunteering through church.
Yeah.
And spend more time with my kids. Like, make dinner at like 3:30 for June to go to football. So what's really beautiful how it all worked out though, I looked at my business and I wrote down the parts of the business that I didn't enjoy.
Yes.
And that's what I kind of pulled back from. And I would just refer people.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, right now we're not taking on new clients for that, but let me refer you to
someone else.
I'm happy to refer you,
Perfect.
And I started doing consulting.
Yeah.
So instead of paying my team or paying marketing or whatever it might be, 85%, and I only keep 15.
Right.
Now I keep 100% because it's consulting. Right. So the beautiful thing about it is, while my business is down.
Yeah, that top line revenue, your profitability.
Yes. My business is down 40%. My income's up 25%.
Yeah.
And now I have the time to hit that fitness goal.
Yes.
Because I go to the gym twice a week.
Yes.
And I'm able to stop and make dinner for my boys so he can go to football.
Those stop lists are so critical because you often also find in the stop with the things you don't like doing, and then that's where a lot of process alignment comes in, because sometimes it's saying, this is the big thing we've got, nobody likes this process is broken, now let's go, that's going to be our goal for the year, is to fix it.
Or find somebody who will do it.
Yes. Find somebody else, outsource it.
Yeah, I outsource a lot of things too, like bookkeeping. The first 2 years I did it myself. I'm like, I don't really want to do it. It's just very time consuming, you know?
Absolutely.
So, and the stop doing list too, you can transfer that into your personal life.
Yes, absolutely.
Are there people in your life that are draining you or are toxic and they've been that way for years? I'm not saying you gotta just shut everybody off.
No, but it's a point to say, like, you're the one putting all the investment in it, and I have had this where I was always the one making the plan, and finally I'm like,
or maybe I just won't reach out anymore.
And so I have some people that I've stopped reaching out, and they haven't reached out. So that's okay, because it gives me my space and time to invest in relationships like these things that really give us joy.
Yeah.
That really give us joy, and that help me grow and help me learn and make me a better person.
Yeah, absolutely. And life is so short. Yeah. Like when you talk about joy, like what brings you joy? Right. What doesn't? Create that stop doing list. And where, like you said with the plow, looking ahead. Right. Where do you see yourself? Where do you envision yourself going? And then what action steps, what behaviors are you willing to take to make that happen? Exactly. And having somebody to hold you accountable. Because it's great to say, I want to do X, Y, Z, but you gotta
have someone
put
to hold you
the
accountable
plan in place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Excellent.
So, yeah.
Well, I had a great time.
I had a great time too. Thanks for coming out on the mountain.
Well, it's fun too because we get to learn about each other. Yeah. Each time we do this.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We'd love to get you notified the next time we publish another video.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Absolutely. See you later.